This is Hannah and Cailin, back again with Double Talk. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Cailin, and we're at Sardi's in New York City for the all-nighter press day. Running through the spring at the Newman Mills Theatre at the Robert W. Wilson MCC Theatre Space, All-Nighter follows a tight-knit group of roommates as they pull one last all-nighter to complete their final assignments. The show features an all-star cast including Kristine Froseth, Havana Rose Liu, Julia Lester, Alyah Channelle Scott, and Kathryn Gallagher, with Tessa Albertson from Younger and Olivia Puckett from Dear Evan Hansen as the understudies. We caught up with Tessa and Olivia at the show's press day at Sardi's. Listen in.
In honor of All-Nighter, I'm curious to hear about your personal, most memorable All-Nighter. Set the scene.
Oh boy, lots of all-nighters where I'd be like, Mom, can you take me to, Staples for, and she's like, when was this due? I was
Poster board, huh?
Right, I'm like, it was due yesterday. She's like, you want me dead? Lots of good all-nighters in college. I did IB, International Baccalaureate Program.
Oh.
I was pretending to be smart, but
Studious all-nighters.
So studious.
For this all-nighter in the play, what aspect of it is most interesting to you?
I like that each of them has their own sort of process. Some are not doing anything, and some are really trying to focus and study, which I think is really realistic. I was always the one who was sort of snacking and making people laugh, and my friends were like, "Can you read a page?" And I was like, "Nah, this is more fun."
I see from the poster here they do have snacks available. Cailin and I were trying to figure out what they were
I saw
eating.
some
orange or clementines. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Lots of clementines, lots of hummus.
Hummus is one of the few things that I don't like, but the problem is I decided that in 5th grade and then never tried it again, so that's on me.
Okay,
Yeah.
you don't look a day over 5th grade, but I think it's time to dive back in, try the hummus, babe.
Honestly, when I think back to my college experience, my most memorable all-nighters were honestly not going out. It was just sitting around at a table.
Yeah.
We had a lounge table and talking. I honestly think that that's some of the most memorable all-nighters.
Yeah.
Tell me about the dynamic between this group of roommates and the show and what they bring out in each other during this all-nighter.
I think there's nothing more revealing than a group of all female friends. It's a mirror. You're just seeing yourself in different ways.
I was the kind of girl who was like, guys, if we actually have to get work done, I'm not talking to you. I'm going to the library where people it's culturally unacceptable to talk. Stop talking.
Well, they're in a ballroom, right?
They're in a ballroom and they're all sitting around and they're talking. I'm like, you're not taking your studies seriously. It's fine. It's whatever.
There's a lot of studious people here today, I noticed. I love it.
Yeah. But the dynamic between these girls, and I guess that's what the show is really about, right? Is the friendship means more to them than actually getting their studies done. They really just want to spend their last, all-nighter together. They want to be together when this momentous occasion is happening of them all turning in their work. So it's really beautiful because they do just all love each other and want to be part of each other's final moments of college.
So this play takes place in a ballroom, and I think there's something about you think about The Breakfast Club, and the entire movie took place basically in detention. I think that there's something about films that are mostly set in one place. Plays, right. So what do you think it is about those settings that really brings out something in characters?
I've never thought about Breakfast Club, but this is very similar. We don't get to sort of, you change with your environment. This environment stays the same. So I think the layers are more easily revealed.
It's when you kind of take away a bunch of different factors and you're just putting these people in a room together. It's like a pressure cooker, right? It's you have nothing but each other. And so things are going to come out, right?
It's turning up the dial.
Totally. It's you don't have all the distractions of now you're going home. It's you're all staying here. You're all in this room. Yeah, it feels like a panic room or something. Or 12 Angry Men, right? Where they're all in the jury room. It's something has to happen between these people because they're not leaving.
As an understudy, do you embody all of these characters?
I know all 5 parts.
That's insane.
It's insane. I feel on the Cher show when she tries to do West Side Story by herself, she's I will be playing all parts. That's how I feel.
You should do SNL next.
Thank you. No, I really think I should. I would love to do that. I feel right now my room looks like a conspiracy board where I'm Wilma would say this, but Jacqueline would say that, but also Darcy would also say that, but this is why and I'm feeling a little bit manic, but it's okay. I have a really great therapist.
Good. Thank you.
Every part is color coded in a different different highlighter, which is great. So Jacqueline's blue, Darcy's yellow. You get it.
Yeah.
And I do think, Natalie has written such distinct parts that I can memorize at least 2 at the same time. So I'm the primary understudy for Jacqueline, Darcy, and Wilma, which is Kathryn, Kristine, and Julia's parts. And yeah, Darcy and Jacqueline are in a lot of the same scenes, but they're so different. So I can memorize them at the same time. And then Wilma, Julia's character, kind of like comes in and out of the script, so I can memorize her individually. But yeah, and there's also such a musicality to the show. Once you see it, you'll be like, I'm trying to think of it as like one long song. And it's like if I can get the rhythm, I know what line is coming next.